Have you had that happen before, bro, where like people have refused to work you? Because you know how the business can be, bro. The business can be a fucking toxic fucking place. Like, have you had that sort of, have you had to deal with that kind of nonsense before?
I had to deal with it recently.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we were talking about that person. So they no showed they no showed my match. Basically, pulled out. They were
They
in
were
a
supposed to work you, right?
yeah, and it would have been a good match. It would have been worth me going all the way that I went to go and do this match. Like, I mean, it's country Victoria, and I live in Sydney. I live close to the city, so that's quite a hike for someone who doesn't drive.
Yeah, for real, bro. Jesus.
I had to
The
hike up.
ultimate nomad, man, just fucking hitchhiking all the way from Sydney to Melbourne, baby. Fuck. Just for a wrestling match, dude.
No, I gotta fly. I'm civil.
Oh, you gotta fly. Oh, damn it, bro. If you hitchhike, bro, that would have been the ultimate
Bloody
nomad
drive.
type shit. I would have been
I don't
impressed.
think anyone would stop for me, brother. Like, and if they did, they'd probably be fucked up. It would be
Hey,
like,
man, well, the fucking skull tattoo on the face, bro, that's like some scary ass shit. You're not going to see like a family of 5 pulling over going, let's give this gentleman a lift, shall we, Karen?
yeah, just oh, what a fine gentleman. Like, nothing, like, I'm gonna keep driving. But yeah, I got a lift from another wrestler from the airport in Melbourne down to Mildura it was. And I was really disappointed that the other person was out. They replaced him with a guy who I was really happy to work with. Big fan, actually. Guy's good. That's the thing. If you feel like something happened and there's like a slight bit of heat, that person's ability doesn't fucking change. If they're a fucking good worker, they're a good worker, and that doesn't change. Like if I dislike somebody, like because I wouldn't say dislike, but just say they did something that I felt like was like a knife in the back. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to suddenly discourage, discount their ability.
No, well, that's the thing. I mean, like being an asshole doesn't mean you're a bad wrestler, but also being a good wrestler doesn't mean you're a good person.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? There could be a good person, and just a strange incident, man. Like you know what I mean? Like if you get in the moment sometimes with these death matches, man, and I can tell you they're crazy. I remember when I worked Queens, we had this spot at the start where we were battling out light tubes, and because we broke into a brawl, and he cuts me like here, and I swear this hits a main artery because blood is just like a tap, like someone's
fuck.
and I think to myself, I'm gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna bleed to death right here.
But is that worth it to you to sit there and like see that much blood pissing out of your head, going like I'm gonna die? Like fuck yeah, I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore. Like is there a fear factor there?
It's not about that though. For me, it's like when I'm in that moment, it's like it puts you in like a third dimension. Like I was so tired, I hadn't slept for like maybe 29 hours because I could never sleep the night before a match because I know I've got to get like flights and stuff and I don't want to be late. And the anxiety keeps me awake. So then I've got a bus early in the morning, and the bus took 14 hours or whatever to get to Melbourne. It took quite a long time, and I was very tired. I hadn't slept. And I went straight to the gym. They did a workout, and then I went to Guido's, and we went through all the weapons, everything that I brought, because I got it all sent to his place. Because obviously you can't fly stuff.
Of course, yeah.
The Stanley knife and needles and shit. So we got it all together, and I still haven't slept. And then we get to the venue, and I think maybe I'll just have a little sleep in the car or something like that. And I don't. I just stay awake because now the adrenaline, because everything we're doing in this match is pretty. Like I'm fucking terrified of fucking needles, and there's needles in the match. You know what I mean?
Then why don't you say fuck no? I don't want to do the fucking needles. No, thank you. Huh?
It's my idea.
But you don't like fucking needles, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like,
you just gotta bite down on your mouth guard sometimes and just go. You know what I mean? And and then this happens, and I think I'm bleeding to death. I'm gonna die. I'm in another dimension. Hit a DDT through a door, back up,
Yeah.
fucking. There's a back and forth. We get to the part where we're sitting there, and there's a guy in a Squid Games costume holding a silver tray just full of weapons, and they're all white. And it's like a Stanley knife, an egg beater, fucking all this shit. It's all white, so you just see the blood everywhere. And it was like the most gruesome, most fucked up shit. It's like watching a snuff movie. Like even with the staple gun, when we went back and forth with each other, it's like I started putting him on the cheeks, on the side of the face, and there was a part where he ripped them off. Like it was just like so dark. And like I'm a big horror fan, so that's exactly how I wanted it to look. And I wanted it to tell some kind of story, like we were doing some kind of Squid Games or some shit like that. We worked that into the match, and like the characters. And man, most of the time, me and Gweeds, we go way back, so we just sit back and like just shoot the shit all the time. And like it's basically like a death match anyway, just like verbal.
Yeah.
It's like
that's some crazy shit, bro. But like, let's head back. So you said you had this wrestler recently refuse to work with you. Like, what was the reason behind that they gave you for that?
The wrestler that refused to work with me, well, they didn't show up. I don't know.
So they no-showed the show.
They no-showed the show. So I was just like gutted because I was thinking in my head, this is a good way for me to get like to like work something maybe into their show, because that other show I was working is like a sister show to DMDU, but it's all death match, but it has like 4 matches. The rest of it, it's all bands. It's like death metal bands, and it's really cool atmosphere. It's like being on a mosh pit, like having a match in a mosh pit. It's really fun. I was really looking forward to that. It was going to make me #1 contender. So originally I was meant to go over, apparently, and then all of a sudden, someone else backed out of the match, and then that got replaced by someone else. And then at the last minute, when I was about to fly, like a day before, that other person dropped out. And then I went on to win. I got told I wasn't winning, and I was like, I don't care. I get to death match, and there's going to be a crowd. That's a bonus.
It's pro wrestling. Wins and losses don't matter in pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah, but they're good show. I want to work them again, but I ended up just telling them that things are promised, and it's sort of honestly up to the promoter in every way. He can just do what he can do. The booker can do what he can do. If
100%
have negative attitudes, and like as I said, like before I felt at Kingdom, Morgan was the only decent worker that I was actually ever given. And I don't need to take anything from William, I think his name was William Williamson or something. He's a great worker. He seemed really great worker, but maybe it wasn't a good idea putting me with such a small guy. When I've been working big guys, so it was like
100%. So the wrestler that no-showed you, sorry to keep going back to this, because I find it interesting that a wrestler would take a booking and then no-showing it. Like, did they ever explain why they no-showed that event?
Yeah, a couple of days before, they said that they forgot to write it down. So, okay, they called in a couple of days before and said that they forgot to write it in or something like that. And I was just like, man, that is a real big shame, because and then someone talked some shit and told me that that they didn't show up because they were scared of me, and I don't believe that in a second. Not that I've never presented myself to this person as like I'm going to be aggressive and
Sure.
you know what I mean? I wouldn't do it to this person.